Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children 18 plus. You are tuned in to the Lone Officer Podcast with me, Dustin Owen, and my main man,
JC.
John Coleman.
Dio was popping.
Bro, you look so unenthusiastic.
I mean, I am. This becomes, I'm just excited. You got to lay it down. Another episode of Sports Center right here. What camera I'm looking? Let's go.
Like, you're unenthusiastic or you're enthusiastic?
No, you said
I said un.
What did I say?
You said, yeah, I am. Like, you admitted to it.
Oh,
You can't lie to me.
unenthusiastic.
You can't lie to me. You tell me that all the
choose
time.
not to. I don't.
Yeah.
Only two people I lie to. I tell everybody that.
Yeah. So you're lying to all of us.
No, there's only two people I lie to.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Nope.
Hey, I appreciate your table swag today for those that are tuned in on YouTube.
Yeah, you did this. Actually, Dustin, I am curious.
Yes.
How do you wear shirts like that all day and they don't get wrinkled? And don't tell me starch, because that's bullshit.
You got to shop at the right stores,
Is
JC.
that a Tom James shirt?
It's not a Tom James. That shit wrinkles so bad. Look, if you want a nice suit that's custom made,
Yeah, Tom
James. You want a good shirt that don't wrinkle?
Yeah.
Yeah, drive your happy ass over to Costco, get yourself a
No,
Kirkland.
it's not. That is not a Kirkland
It's a
shirt.
Kirkland.
No, it's not.
10-4, 100%.
Oh my,
100%. 100%.
That
now,
is not-
it's a Kirkland, and I dropped an extra $11 to take it to the local tailor.
Okay.
So that
it wasn't front. I was saying that Kirkland shirts don't fit like that off the rack.
That's the hack. We should do a reel. We should literally do a custom clothes reel on here's a hack to turn a $25 shirt into a $75 shirt
shit.
for only $11. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I did not know that.
What's crazy is that I didn't know it was a Kirkland shirt. And one day somebody had complimented my shirt.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, where'd you get it from? I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm pretty sure like my mom or my wife gave me this shirt years ago.
Ended up in the closet.
Yeah, it's one of two pink shirts I own. I bust it out every October for the whole Pinktober thing.
Shut up,
because
Pinktober.
I love boobs. Let's protect boobs.
Yeah.
And I want to support things like Susan G. Komen and all the other awareness societies that are raising money for breast cancer awareness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, I'm in. Mm-hmm. And anyhow, they looked in the back of my shirt.
Yeah, that's what
and
they
they're like,
looked at.
it's a Kirkland. I go, yeah, it's a Kirkland. And then someone like you started busting up laughing at me. They're like, Dio, you don't wear Kirkland.
You don't wear Kirkland.
I didn't know what it meant.
I'm surprised you wore that shit.
So it means it either was purchased at Costco or Sam's. I don't know which one because I actually don't have a membership to either.
Both are garbage, but proceed.
Okay. And people do know that I take pride in my appearance and the clothes that I wear, and I have an outfit for every occasion. My daughter, the little shit that she is, calls it a costume for every occasion.
Okay.
I call it more of a uniform.
Right.
So, yes, it was a big to-do, but I rock it and I own it. Yeah, but I appreciate you looking out, and then you learn a new hack. You can buy off the rack if you're willing to drop $11 to have that shit tailor-made. Or tailored to your frame.
Oh, shit. Now I can buy like double XL shit that's oversized, cheap, because it's on the end of the rack, and then just get it tailored.
I haven't tried that, but I don't know if it would be a bad idea.
I don't have time for that.
Yeah. You know what is a bad idea?
What's that? Not tuning into TLOP.
Not tuning into TLOP
Sorry.
is a very bad idea, but hopefully at this time people are tuned in.
Right.
But you're a terrible person if you're not sharing this
Oh, yeah, you got to share it.
with
Spread
the
word.
people you care about the most.
Oh, yeah. If you sharing is caring. That means if you're not sharing this, you don't give a damn about the people close to you.
Yeah, it means you're selfish.
Yeah.
You're going to keep it all to yourself.
You're an Aquarius like me.
Okay. Aquarius.
Yeah.
I didn't know Aquarius was supposed to be selfish.
Yeah, kind of.
All right, there we go. So, where are we going with that one?
So, yeah, share this is what you're saying.
Yes, share this.
Spread this word.
Share
You know where
this.
the people can share this? On the internet, which is a great segue into today's topic.
On the internet, the same place you can find tloponline.com.
Yup.
Same place that they host YouTube.
Yup.
And the same way you can access this podcast
Yeah.
on various...
Audio platforms, wherever you choose to digest your podcast, we can be found there. Over 270 plus episodes, counting by 2 every goddamn week.
Yes. Going on 3 years, John.
Shit, it goes by fast.
Yeah, it'll be, I think, our 3-year anniversary is in like February.
Oh my gosh.
We should do something really big.
Okay.
Don't know what, but we should figure that out.
Rent out a table at Chili's.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Okay,
Please.
there we go. Hey, the Chili's in Oviedo, we're going to Waterford Lakes.
Watch your mouth. I haven't been in a Chili's in over a decade, by the way.
I used to go to Chili's a lot in college
Yeah,
because I had a girlfriend who's now my wife
Right.
was working at that Chili's.
Well, it's,
I'd go see her.
Yeah, it was a great place to go, back in the day.
Exactly. Actually, back when they had really good chicken fingers and fries,
I want my baby back.
now they're garbage. So we were talking about online.
Online, yes.
Where you going?
How to market no.
Network, John.
Network online. Yep, that's what it says. Yep.
The people need to understand this,
Okay. What do they need to say?
especially salespeople.
Yeah.
Your net worth is the sum of your net work. Our job from decades to centuries ago as sales professionals is to get out there and network, spread the word.
Mm-hmm.
Preachers, they got out there, they did their tent revivals and they spread the word of the Lord. Right? We're spreading the word of whatever product or service that we are promoting, that we are offering. And he or she who has the largest network tends to also make the most money. We have taught this on various podcast episodes that those that make the most money have the most opportunity to save the most money.
Yep.
When you save money, you increase your net worth.
Mm-hmm.
So we talk about networking. It is just a necessity that is as old as the Bible in terms of how you become successful when you have a product or a service to sell. We live in the information age.
Yep.
Back in roughly 1994, 1995, this thing called the internet started becoming popular. First started with AOL.
Holy shit.
And then by about the year 2001 and 2002, everybody was on the internet. Most people were using Internet Explorer.
Or Netscape Navigator.
And then eventually we started talking about Google this and Google that.
Yeah.
And then with Google came this phone that really wasn't a phone. It was more of like a pocket computer that you could call people on.
Yep.
That was the iPhone. That year was like 2008, I believe, or 2007. End of 7, beginning of 8.
Mm-hmm.
Now all of a sudden, everybody has an iPhone or a Droid. We all walk around with pocket computers, and we have these things called apps on our phone, right? In just a matter of 25 years, the way that things are done and the way they were historically done has absolutely been flipped on top of its head.
Mm-hmm.
So for the past decade, all of us have had this thing that we like to refer as social media.
Hell yeah, send me a like.
It didn't start as social media, though.
No.
Do you know what it started as?
Facebook, social networking.
The Social Network.
Yeah.
There's a really good movie
Mm-hmm.
about Mark Zuckerberg starting Facebook at Harvard, stealing the idea supposedly from the Winklevoss brothers.
Justin Timberlake.
And Justin Timberlake is actually in that movie. He plays the guy who founded Napster.
It's the only thing I know.
All right.
Yeah.
But that movie is called The Social Network.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my get shit hat on today.
Get shit done hat.
What would I call
You
it?
say get shit hat.
Oh,
Sorry, I usually don't correct you, but
no, that's
I
a
fe-
good
I
one.
felt it
Thank you.
appro- Get
This-
shit hat.
This is my get shit hat. We're going to get some shit today.
Yeah, nice.
No, this is my get shit done hat.
Right.
I wear it from time to time. Usually it's black. If I put my camo on one,
It's
a-
really time to get shit done.
yeah, you better know it.
Up to your knees.
So I have it on for a reason because I get a little bit fired up talking about this.
Yeah.
The social network. I want to lean into the word called network because our job as sales professionals is to network, and we don't do a good job of networking online. I don't like calling it social media
Because nobody likes the media nowadays.
because nobody likes the media. And actually, as a parent and as an adult, none of us like social media. We're all addicted to it. Don't get me wrong. We're all on it. We're all consuming it. But we don't like what it has done to our society. It's done a lot of good. But we don't like the bad that it has brought, the disinformation, the divisiveness, the fact that it only shows us things that it knows
Yeah.
that we'll like and watch, whether that information is true or not, which means we don't have diversity of thought, which means we're not expanding our horizons, which means we're becoming more narrow-minded and less open. So let's quit calling it social media because nobody likes the media. Let's call it what it is. It is online networking. And I have found 10 years into being in sales at the same time that we had a social network, people still fail miserably.
What do you mean, Dustin? I got a Facebook page and I post stuff, and I got was it Instagram? I got one of those too, and I like some photos and I follow some people. So I'm all over social.
You know what, John? If that was really you, what I'm going to tell you is you're better than most. So what we're going to do is we're going to spend 20 minutes right now talking about things that I have learned along the way, both as a practitioner, as well as a sales coach and a manager, of things people should and should not do as it pertains to networking online.
Yeah.
The very first thing they should do is do it. Do it. I'm getting ready to teach a class where I'm going to have a 5-question questionnaire, and I'm going to do this for the audience. So you may want to get a pen and paper right now,
Play
or
along.
open up your pocket computer and go to the notes app that you have and take notes, however you want to do this. But you know you need a network as a part of your job. And networking online is super easy and very resourceful in terms of the amount of time that it takes. Because if you think about it, for you to network online, you don't necessarily have to be showered, dressed, and at one particular place at one particular time.
Right.
The way you do to traditionally network. Like think of going to a BNI meeting. Think about going to a happy hour. Think about going to a conference. Think about going to an industry function. All of those require you to travel somewhere, to be dressed a certain way, with good hygiene, good appearance, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
When you're networking online, there is only one appearance that has to be set, and you can almost set it and forget it. That's your profile picture and your bio. All right, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So the first thing I'm going to ask somebody when I teach this future class, do you have an online presence? Meaning, do you have a Facebook account? Do you have an Instagram account? Do you have a LinkedIn account? Those are the 3 I want you to have. Do you have them? And if the answer is no, we stop right there. And the first thing you need to do is you need to create those accounts. The second thing I'm going to ask you is, do you have a presence? And you may say, what's a presence? Do you have a photo? Is the photo clear? Does it show people who you are and what you represent? And do you have your bio and your contact information filled out? Think about this. Would you ever go to a networking function when you were dressed frumpy, your teeth weren't brushed, your hair wasn't done,
I mean, some people, yeah.
and you weren't wearing a name tag?
Right.
The answer is no, you wouldn't.
right.
Anyone who takes themselves serious would not.
Right.
Then why in the hell would you have a profile on one of those online platforms that we use for networking and not have a good picture, not have your contact information, and not have your bio all filled out? The more people know about you, the more that they can get to know you, the more they get to know you, the more they like you, the more they like you, the more they trust you. You're now opening up opportunities for you to conduct business or create referral relationships. The third question I would ask them, going down the line in order, how many people are attending your networking function? Now, that might not make sense to someone who's opening up their own Instagram account or LinkedIn account or LinkedIn. But what I'm trying to get at is you're here to network. So if you only have 300 connections or friends if you're on Facebook or followers if you're on Instagram, that would be like me signing up and paying good money to go to a networking function where I was there with 5 people. I'm not saying I can't get anything accomplished with 5 people. I would just prefer it to be 50 people. And sometimes I'd prefer it to be 150 people. So that being said, you need to increase your followers on Instagram, your connections on LinkedIn, and your friends on Facebook. That's really easy to do. Like, I shouldn't have to teach this part, but the platforms will first start recognizing creepily people you should be connected to and suggest them. Send a request, send a follow, send a connection. You can even type in people's names. Go through your past client database. Go through the people that you already do business with. Go through everyone that you used to work with. Go through everyone you went to high school with. And then make it a point. You have to be, which we talk about this right now, John, you and I at TLOP, but to be intentional.
Right.
You have to be intentional because you want the most friends. He or she with the most friends wins. Again, you're here to network. So you may need to spend days, if not weeks, if not months, consciously saying, I'm going to log in today, and part of the 30 or 45 or 60 minutes I'm going to spend networking online is I need to increase the number of people that are attending these quote unquote networking events. Cool. Now you need to start posting. Oh my God, I don't know what to post.
I don't have time. These photos don't come out right.
I don't care. You only get good by doing.
Right.
Period. Everything in life. You can look at everything you've ever done in life. Parenting. The longer I've done it, the better I've become. Competing in a triathlon. I couldn't do that until I learned how to run. Then I couldn't do that to learn how to swim, right? It's like whatever I do, my mortgage career. I sucked my first 2 years. I barely closed any loans, but I stuck with it. So you have to post. And your posts may be stupid. They may be bad lighting. They may be not interesting, not funny, not entertaining, not educational. They may be all infographics and no video. Cool. We're not there yet to talk about master level. We're just talking about entry level right now. Mm-hmm. And when I'm trying to convince someone why you post, I'm going to go back to that analogy of we spent this money, we drove across town, we got dressed up, we went to a networking function. And let's say we were wearing our name badge, right? Because that's my analogy for why you have to have a decent profile. Mm-hmm. But then we didn't talk to anybody.
I didn't say shit. I just stood in the corner and stared at people.
Yeah. You stood in the corner. You sat down even.
Okay.
Worse.
Yeah,
at least
right.
when you stand, you kind of, people
Right,
notice you. You
right.
sat down and didn't say a word. That is equivalent to you not posting every single day onto your social media platforms. By posting, that's your way of smiling and making eye contact and saying hi to strangers. Mm-hmm. Hopefully not that much of strangers, because these people have accepted your connections. Mm-hmm. And then worse, and this is the next step, if I was going through that questionnaire, right? Because that questionnaire is first, do you have an account? If not, create one. Second, do you have a good photo in your bio filled out? If not, create one. Yeah. Third, how many friends do you have? You need a lot of them. Get after it. Be intentional. Connect with as many people as possible. Fourth, are you actually posting? If you're not actually posting, again, that's like going to a networking function and not saying hi to anybody.
Weirdo.
Not making eye contact.
Yeah.
Fifth would be, are you commenting on other people's posts? Right? Can you imagine someone said hi to you and you said, you dropped your head.
Yeah.
You know, someone asked you how you're doing and you didn't reply back, or worse, you said good, but you didn't ask them, well, how are you doing?
Right.
That's how conversations start. Hey, John, how are you doing? I'm doing good, man. How you doing? Cool. How was your weekend? You answer. You ask me, how's my weekend? Right. Hey, where do you work? What do you do for a living? These are all common questions. But in the online world, we need to be actively engaged in what's going on in other people's online world. We do so by liking and commenting on their post. All we're saying is raising our hand, we're making eye contact, we're smiling, saying, hey, we're here. Mm-hmm. We want to be a part of you, a part of your life, a part of your circle and what you're doing. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, that is basics. That is 101 for online marketing. And so many of y'all don't even get that right.
Really?
So many. I can name 6 right now in this office. Now, those 6 in this office also probably don't tune into TLOP, right? There's maybe some commonalities that go along with it. Mm-hmm. But for those that do, because you're like, really? I'm like, yeah, man, really. For those that do, okay, let's spend now 10 more minutes talking about how to take it next level. Because y'all are doing all that, right? Mm-hmm. Boom, boom, boom. You all are doing all of that. But what are you not doing? Why are you either getting blocked by everybody or nobody is reaching out to you for business? Because at the end of the day, we're trying to expand our network so people refer us business. Yeah. Whatever product or service that we're trying to sell, we want to sell more of it. Mm-hmm. We want more opportunities to connect with people who want to do what we do. So then my question is, do they know what you're doing? And do you allow people to be invited into your world without vomiting on them? So let's talk about some tips, some tricks, some tactics that have been proven to work. Maybe you already do this, and I hope you get through this entire episode. You're like, man, Dio and John didn't teach me shit today.
That's a good thing.
High five.
Yeah.
High five.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that means you know what you're doing. You may be ready for level 3. Right. You may literally be needing to go Forward Academy, call up our boy Neil.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Start doing some reels like JC's dropping right now.
Yeah.
Get TikTok famous the way JC's getting TikTok famous right now. Right? But this is just what we've learned over the past 2 years. Yeah. We're still novices. Right? It's 10 years that we've been teaching Facebook and then now Instagram and LinkedIn, but 2 years that you and I have been really hardcore practitioners. Mm-hmm. So here's what we see y'all doing not as well as you could. Mm-hmm. First and foremost, please don't vomit on me. I did not connect with you solely so you could push your product or service on me. I don't care if it's 31 bags. I don't care if it's teeth whitening. I don't care if it's real estate or life insurance. Like, I want to connect with you and get to know you. So there's a certain cadence that I'm going to want you to follow. And I didn't make this up. I learned it from someone who studied it and taught it to others, and it worked. Okay. It's a 3-to-1 cadence. I want you posting every day, by the way, every day, because I want you networking every day. I want you intentionally spending 45 minutes to an hour online networking. The benefit of it being online, I talked about this in the very beginning. You can do it at 8 p.m. in your underwear, eating ice cream. Right? My friend Gwen talks about breastfeeding a child while also networking online. You can do it at 6 a.m. the way that Kayla, who was on this show about a month or two ago, does.
Shout out, Kayla.
Yeah. Just be intentional and make time for it. But the cadence of 3-to-1 is just this. I want you to post daily, and I want 3 of your posts need to be about your personal life. 1 needs to be about business. 3 about your personal life, 1 about business. That means twice a week to 3 times max, because you may post twice a day. Like some people will just have enough going on that they want to post twice a day. But by following that 3-to-1 cadence, then it's not a buy here, pay here, used car sales ad. It's me at my daughter's dance recital. It's me at my most recent race. It's me with my car broken down.
Right. And by the way.
Then it's me with a first-time home buyer. Then it's me hanging out with John fishing, right? It's like, and then it's like, then it's me going to a real estate event, right? Like, and I'm not trying to, again, scream at you, come today and get this great product. No, I'm talking about, I just left a closing of a first-time home buyer. I don't care how many years I've been doing this. That's one of the best feelings, right? Like with maybe a picture with me and that buyer and their realtor. Like, that's a heartfelt message. That's a real emotion that I'm sharing, saying, hey, read between the lines. I've been doing this for 18 years. I'm really good at what I'm doing. And it's not beneath me to work with first-time home buyers. Call me if you need me.
Right.
But I didn't say any of that, right? I just talked about how after 18 years, it still warms my heart leaving a closing, helping a first-time home buyer. Or helping a veteran, or helping a single mom, or doing a cash out refinance, or receiving an award. Wherever the case may be, I'm out there and I'm reminding people of what I do for a living. So like that's something that I think everyone should be able to follow, that cadence. And the cadence is 3-to-1, and it's posting daily, if not twice a day. Now, here's something I recently learned. I'm going to give a shout out to my friend Brian Kimball, because he was the one that really called me to the floor on it. He said, Dio, when someone comments on your post or likes your post, what are you doing? I'm like, I smile.
Yeah, some happy face emoji, thumbs up. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah. He goes, why don't you take the time, if you're truly out here to network, and send them a message? I'm like, damn, that's intentional, Brian. He's like, yeah. Someone starts commenting and posting, you need to send them a message. You need to truly connect with them. I was like, oh. Duh.
Right.
Yeah, so I added that to my checklist. Hey, these are things that if I want to become intentional, this is what I should be doing. Now, we can geek out, and there are studies and there are courses you can take that talk about the power of video versus the power of a picture versus infographics. You know, these software companies are super smart, and they have artificial intelligence and crazy amounts of algorithms behind them. They understand original content versus repurposed or unoriginal content. So when you start sharing a picture that maybe is also shared by 2,700 other people,
The system knows.
the system knows, versus sharing a picture that you took on your iPhone.
Right.
You couldn't take a picture on a Droid because
They don't, nah.
that doesn't really work that well. But you could definitely do a picture on
Right.
on your iPhone and easily get it posted up. And these are things that, again, if you just start doing it, if you get intentional with, hey, I'm going to go online and I'm going to network today for 1 hour, whether it's at 6 a.m. or 9 p.m. or any time in between that, and I'm going to post and I'm going to comment on other people, and I'm going to reach out directly to people who comment on my post in order just to say thank you. Just say, hey man, how you doing? Hey, by the way, I saw you liked my post. What was it you liked specifically? Did you have any questions regarding what I just posted about? Like, again, that's just specifically if I did a businessy related post. So I'm not going to dive into things that you and I are still practicing. You and I are still practicing reels. You and I just dropped good money to be a part of a really good course and a good group of mastermind students who are all trying to learn how to use reels and YouTube shorts in order to grow our following. And we are learning through this about growing our following and then how to market to that following, whether it's through stories or whether it's through intentional posts. I don't think we're going to do that. I think I'm going to do some rapid fire for those people. And then for those interested in being a part of a group that discusses advanced level, maybe hit us up.
Yeah, reach out.
Maybe we can get from TLOP alone. We could reach out to people who maybe would be interested.
Practice what we're preaching. Reach out. Network.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you want to go drop $2,000 or $3,000, by far check out Forward Academy.
Yeah.
Like, check out Forward Academy and, see what they're teaching and what they're doing, because we're a part of that group. We're learning from them.
Yeah.
And I might not have the bandwidth, John, to do another mastermind or another town hall. So maybe that wasn't a good idea.
No, you threw it out there, so
I know,
now
I threw it out there, but then
and then you started thinking, the hamsters in your head started turning and said, "Dia, what are you doing?"
Yeah, that might not be a good idea. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to overstep my boundaries.
Right.
And there are people who are further along in their careers who are better subject matter experts than I am of the high level. But my point of today and why I put on the get shit done hat was people don't do enough of this.
Right.
They need to be doing this. Or if they do it incorrectly, right? They do it because they want the most views. They do it because they want the most likes. But views and likes don't pay the bills. And then that's where the people have been getting it wrong. Views and likes don't pay the bills.
Right.
You need to turn those views and likes into relationships. How do I do that? Well, follow Brian Kimball's advice. When people like what you're doing and comment, reach out to them and ask them what was it about your post that was the most intriguing to them. Or it may just be, hey, thanks for liking my post. How are things going in your world? What are you up to these days? Again, you're just trying to expand upon it. Now, you can 100% use social media. Oh my God, this episode could be 5 hours long because now my brain's going 100 miles an hour. As you grow your network, and people accept your friend request, and as people are liking and commenting, you 100% need to be messaging them to try to get them one-on-one to talk business. 100%. This is how people communicate these days. They might not pick up the phone the way they used to. You used to be able to get in your car and do a milk route and stop by all these offices, sometimes with a rate sheet in your hand, and people would talk to you. People aren't in the office today. They don't want to see your rate sheets. You don't even get rate sheets anymore because even that's all online. Right? But you can connect with me on social media. There I go with that word again. Via the social network, you can send me a message, at which point I'm probably more willing to reply.
Right.
And then if you have a good following, and if you have pictures and posts in your bio, I can actually stalk you, quote unquote, make sure you're not a total creeper a la Ted Bundy, and then respond to you. Like, this is where people are really exploiting in a positive way online networking, is because they're intentional about it. And these are things that I just think people don't have. They may post and they may get views, they may get likes, but they may not because they don't have enough people that they're connected with.
Right.
But it's like anything. You got to get started. You got to do it. And you have to then want to get better. You have to figure out, like, why would I do a video? Why would I do a reel? Why would I do just a picture? Why would I do just a post without a picture? I don't think you ever should. I can't think of one time where you should be making a post where there's not some form of a video or a picture with that post, right? There's a reason why Facebook is freaking the F out, because TikTok is taking too much away from it. TikTok isn't about words. TikTok's about videos with words included on those videos. And then that's some high level shit that people should know. People should know, like, really weird intricacies, like Google owns YouTube, so they get along. Facebook bought Instagram. Why did Facebook buy Instagram? Because Instagram was kicking Facebook's ass. Why was Facebook kicking Instagram kicking Facebook's ass? Because Instagram was all about pictures, and people love pictures over words. Oh, crap. Well, Facebook's like, if I can't beat them, I join them. So Facebook and Instagram are one and the same. But they all hate TikTok, right? They all hate TikTok. So if I go on Facebook and I post a YouTube video, are YouTube and Facebook owned by the same company? Are they?
No.
No, they're not. So do you think Facebook really wants to show a lot of love or attention
Nope.
to a post where I have asked their audience, the Facebook audience, to click on a link that then takes them to their competitor?
No, they want to keep them on that platform as long as possible.
Yes. So again, as I get intentional, I'll start learning these types of tips and tricks where it's like, oh, same thing goes for articles. Do I want to go and post an article that all of a sudden is going to take someone off the Facebook platform and back onto the internet? No. Right? So there's certain things that I want to do. And, I've learned along the way, I never want to do a post if it doesn't have at least a picture. But I've learned that videos get more engagement than photos, or 5 photos get more engagement than 1 photo. And if I do a photo of my personal life, it gets way more views than some stock photo. Right? A photo of my daughter and I at the barn riding horses will get more love than a photo of me taking a picture of trees. Or worse, a photo that I just took offline that is just a generic photo. But videos tend to outperform. Again, I'm starting to step into a comfort zone where I'm not comfortable. I call that the uncomfortable zone because I know enough for you and I to continue down our path. I don't know enough for I want someone to teach that. Say, well, Dio said.
Yeah.
No, the point of this episode was I want people to get intentional with networking online. I want to see people dedicating an hour a day to networking because I want them to understand their net worth is their net worth is some of their network. Did I say that right the first time?
They're interchangeable, to be honest with you.
Well, your net worth is the sum of your network. Your network is the sum of your net worth. No, it's not. It's not. I'm going to totally foobarred that, John. It's your net worth is the sum
of your network.
Yeah, take your network, add it all together, and it'll show you how much money you're worth. Right? That's what that really means. So if you only have 3 people in your network, then your net worth is 3. If you have 300, it's 300. If you have 300,000, it's 300,000. That's what that means. If I foobarred that about an hour ago when we kicked off this episode, I apologize. What I'm trying to do is encourage people and share just enough knowledge to get them started, understanding that what you have to do is get intentional. What you have to understand is that, yes, there are some even more high-level tips and tricks and tactics that you should learn along the way, such as why would I do a reel versus a video? Why would I do a reel instead of a story? What are stories in general? What in the hell is LinkedIn for? Because LinkedIn is going to introduce you to a different audience than Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok would. And LinkedIn has a much longer or larger shelf life, meaning I can post something today on LinkedIn and it may show up in their algorithm for a week or 2 weeks, where the algorithm for Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc. is a little bit different. I'll share this about LinkedIn. Not enough people use it. Not enough people use it. I had a buddy tell me, I don't want to go on LinkedIn. There's nothing but recruiters on LinkedIn. You're right, buddy. There are a lot of recruiters. So I know when I'm on LinkedIn, I'm going to have to deal with a bunch of just shit being just posted to me, sent to me. Someone's trying to hire me away from my current employer to come work for their employer. But I said back to him, I said, that would be like me saying I don't want to go to a networking function because of the 100 people, I know 20 of them are lenders.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but 80 of them aren't. So yes, on LinkedIn, you're going to have to deal with people who are trying to recruit you. People who are trying to sell you something. Guess what? You're trying to sell something to yourself, your service. You're trying to connect with people. I do know who is on LinkedIn, professionals. I also know who makes some of the best clients, professionals, regardless of what I'm selling. Professionals tend to be where I want to be. And my clients are on there, or my referral sources are on there. And it might not be as cluttered. it might not be as cluttered for me to be on LinkedIn. So I will tell you, and that's why I kicked off the show this way, you got to be on all three. And I'm not even saying you shouldn't be on TikTok. What I'm going to warn you is TikTok, great for views, great for likes. I don't know yet if it's great for me to actually turn those views and likes into money, except for if I try to be some kind of a TikTok creator. But what I do know is that the largest generation, the millennial generation, they're on TikTok. They will be our clients. If they're not now, they will be. And I want them to know my brand and recognize my brand and understand I'm authority in my space. So I probably should be on TikTok too.
Word.
Right now, we didn't go down that path. This episode was hopefully one to get you started. It was less about mastery. It was more about getting started.
Word.
I think I'm done, John.
Okay.
Do you have anything to add?
No.
How do you think we did on that one?
I think you did great, Dio. Wind
You
up.
always say that, though.
Am I wrong?
You got to ask the audience that one.
Well,
I guess we'll hey, drop some comments in YouTube.
Yeah.
Rate this episode. Was it a 7? Was it a 5? I doubt it was a 10.
If it's Dio taught me this. If it's good, it was because we did a great job. If it was bad, it's someone else's fault, like the camera or the algorithm.
There you go. Hey, look, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you. Continue to share us. Continue to like us. Check out our website. His name is John Coleman. My name is Dustin. And that's all the time we have for you today, but we will catch you in the next episode.